days back when we had our first virtual meeting. After the meeting, we all had conversation about how the meeting progressed. And there was this one table topic that nobody had taken voluntarily, and it was on mental health. Listening to that, Toastmaster Sirapa said something that triggered. She said that even in Toastmasters, we don't take table topics or feature speeches of topics that we're uncomfortable about, or things that we're conflicting, or things that we feel are too delicate or sensitive. And that is when I realized why I was procrastinating this very speech for a long, long time. It was because I have very conflicting thoughts about the word leadership and who exactly is a leader. Now, see, there are lots of quotes floating around saying you have to be born a leader. So I was kind of afraid. What if I was not born to be a leader? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, when I think about the word leader, I think about these influential people who have made a mark in the world. For example, Sir Isaac Newton. He was a physicist, a mathematician, he was an astronomer, an alchemist. He also proposed the theory of gravity, laws of motion, and he was hands down the most influential person in the history of humankind. His theories were so good that even till this day, scientists all over the world follow him. Now, to take an example of a modern day leader, let's say. An example would be Elon Musk, Tesla, Boring Companies, SpaceX, and the list just goes on. And one thing that is common in both the leaders were they were amazing leaders who had followers. So I thought to myself, so all leaders have followers, so leaders and followers. So if I am a leader, then I should have some followers, right? But do I have followers? And the answer is, well, not yet. That is excluding my Instagram followers. So I was in a dilemma. So how do I figure this out? As they say, when in dilemma, retrospect. So I thought about all my past experience that I had in some leadership positions. After high school, I joined Rotary Club of Kantipur, where we had to manage various projects. So I led on a few projects. I was managing people, and well, I was considered a leader then. After that, I joined Art of Living Nepal, where after a few months of volunteering, I was appointed as the leader of a volunteer group, which was managing Nepal's one of the biggest event that was happening. And even now, while I am the co-founder of my company, I'm considered as a leader who's taking her company forward. So probably everyone is probably thinking, okay, so she has been in leadership position, then why is she confused? But the one problem is I have never seen these positions as leadership positions. I've always seen them as management positions. For example, when I was managing a project, I would see that as, okay, managing resources, managing people, managing time, managing deadlines, so management, right? Even when I'm considered to be leading a company, I have always viewed it as managing the standard of our company, managing the people inside our company. And for me, it has always been the team, the collaboration, and how as a team we move forward. So I was a manager. But everything changed when I took the questionnaire on Toastmaster International portal while preparing for this speech. Well, let me rephrase that. A very long questionnaire. When I hit my button, when I hit my submit button, the result was democratic leadership style. So the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that was democratic, autocratic, what? And the second thing that came to my mind was democratic leader of the people. And well, the third thing that came to my mind was, okay, so I should probably just read the descriptions because I'm too bad at guessing. So when I read the description, I found out that people with democratic leadership style are the people who believe in consensus decision making, which means they believe in communication, collaboration. They want their team to be as involved as possible. They want each team member to take charge. And this fit with me perfectly. However, I also looked at the drawbacks and in the ways that I could improve or people with democratic leadership style can improve. And as someone who loves managing, organizing, and who just loves working in spreadsheet, it is difficult for me to make decisions when I have no time, when I'm hurried, or when there is no data backed up. It is very, very difficult for me. And honestly, that's okay. Now I know where to improve. So, throughout this process of researching and finding my leadership style, did I find if I was a leader, or did I find the definition of what leadership really is? And the answer is yes, and also no. Yes, because I found out that people have different leadership styles. For example, Sir Isaac Newton or Elon Musk innovative could have innovative leadership style. And I also learned that we ourselves should not be scared, should not limit ourselves, or should not think of this one ideal person and try to fit into it to become a leader. We all have our each styles, and we all can do an amazing job and be an amazing leader. So, do I consider myself as a leader now? Am I a leader? And the answer is I consider myself partly manager, partly leader. So, leader plus manager, a ledger. So, I consider myself as a ledger with democratic leadership style. Thank you so much. Over to you, Tia Mori.
Thank you, Toaster Ulta. With that, we have come to the